Gene Holden is joining us live in Citrus Heights from Bell Brothers. Okay, so Gene, the big question is going to be for people who are getting ready for the next heat wave, whenever that happens. What do they need to do now so that their AC unit is ready for these triple-digit temps that I'm sure we're going to have at some point?
That's a great question. Good morning, Courtney. I'm actually here with Brandon. He's our homeowner today. We had a problem with the air conditioner not working, and it ended up just being, luckily, a fairly easy repair with the bad capacitor on the unit, so it wasn't actually circulating the refrigerant. So as far as key points for doing maintenance, it'd be a great idea to check your filter every 30 days to make sure that it's clean. Unfortunately, with him, it seems like it probably should have been replaced a little earlier than that, or later, whatever. Yeah, and then as far as looking at the grill, I cleaned half of it. You can see this is the clean side, that's the dirty side.
Right.
That actually reduces the amount of air that goes across there, so we want to make sure that's nice and clean. Also, your thermostat. So you want to make sure you have a nice programmable thermostat instead of the older ones with mercury switches that don't work very efficiently.
Right.
You've also got batteries that we're going to be checking on. Make sure your batteries are nice and powered so it's not going to have a problem with it turning on for you. And then also you want to make sure that the system is free of debris, and if we go out to the backyard real quick, we can take a look at the package unit.
Yeah, and I was going to say, that most of the stuff that we see inside the house, you kind of pay attention to, but outside you might not necessarily pay attention to the unit itself. So you're suggesting not to have a bunch of stuff cluttered, like don't set the kids' swim toys on top of the unit, that kind of stuff if it's sitting on the ground.
That's exactly correct. When it's on the ground, unlike this one here, fortunately, the coil doesn't get too much dirt on it because it's up higher, but a lot of units are on the ground in the backyard, and like you already said, there'll be kids' toys around it, debris, fencing, dirt can actually clog that coil, so it's a really good idea for someone to come out as far as doing heater, air conditioning maintenance on both sides of the system, but we are in AC this time of year, so we'd be happy to rinse off that coil for you to make sure it's going to breathe properly and remove the heat from your house like it's supposed to. So.
Now, when you suggest, say that you guys can come out and rinse off the coils, would you suggest that the average homeowner try to do that themselves, with the water hose, backyard, rinse it off, or leave that to the pros?
That's a great question. You have to be a little cautious about that, because if you actually got to the point where you had major buildup on the coil, if you just rinse it with the hose, you can actually cause it to impact the coil and get it stuck to where it won't even breathe at all. Okay. So we use the actual chemical, which is biodegradable, good for the environment, but we actually spray it down with a condenser coil cleaner to actually agitate the dirt, so then we can rinse it off from the inside out and remove debris from inside the unit as well. So it's a really great idea for us to come out to take care of that for you. So
okay, now Gene, and I know that you work with Bell Brothers, but you got to look at me in the camera, give it to me straight. Is it really necessary for you guys to come out every year and check our AC units, heating and AC?
It is. It's a good question. We go through a full inspection. We check the breaker panel. You'd be surprised how many loose wires you have as far as high voltage at the unit that can cause it to overarc or amp. You can blow fuses. You can damage your equipment if everything's not nice and tight and solid. So it's, as far as homeowners concerned, do your filter, change every 30 days, but leave the behind the scenes to a professional.
All right, I'll take your word for it. You were honest. You have honest eyes. Thanks, Gene. Gene with the Bell Brothers Heating and Air. Thanks so much for those tips, and we'll definitely get you some more information so you can contact Bell Brothers, guys.
Well, because you see those all the time. Oh, come on out, we'll come on out and we'll do this for you. But then you just think they're going to try to upsell you on something that they may or may not need. But, but
when it's 110,
who's your best friend? Who's your best friend?
Yeah. Who's your best friend?
It's these people.
Yeah.
Gene and the guys at Bell Brothers.
That's right. That's right. Good point. Thanks. Well, speaking of best friends, man's best friend in this case